Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Keeping your woman from cheating. Now, I did a video last week where I talked about, married women chasing single guys. And I had quite a few people in the comments saying, this is why I won't get married and stuff and all of that. But to be real, people still want to get married. I don't blame them. Shoot. For whatever reason, that's their right to do it. But of course, they're going to be concerned about their women cheating. Actually, you can minimize, and I probably should have put that in title, but I'll stick with what I had at first. Draws more attention. You can minimize a woman cheating on you, right? You can minimize it, right? But it's a matter of how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's a matter of how you do it. God damn, girl. Shit. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna be clocking somebody. Yeah, I'm always clocking. God damn. Anyway, right? Check it out. The way you want to do it, right? The way you want to keep them from doing it, you gotta understand something. And I actually got this game from a couple of women, right? Like, I had this one woman, she told me, this is somebody I was dealing with, she said the way she would make love to her man, he wouldn't want to cheat. And that if he did cheat, when he got back to her and made love to her again, he know he fucked up. She don't even have to say anything to him, right? And then I had this other woman, she told me straight up, she looked up at me, I'm pounding away happily. She said, I want this to be the best pussy you ever had. And that shit was so good. A few days later, I called up and said, you know what? That was the best pussy I ever had. Now, the game there is a man, he got to make love to his woman in such a way she don't want to go out and find another man. You got to have that attitude like, this going to be the best you ever had, baby. Now, whether or not it actually is, it don't matter. It might not be, because a lot of women got that one dude in their lives who like turn them the fuck out. But as a man, when you go in with a woman, you got to make this like, you got to have the attitude, shit, this is going to be the best dick she ever seen in her life. This is good. Everything she had before me was hamburger. This is going to be filet mignon on a real talk tip, right? Real talk. You want that shit to be the best ever. Because despite what women say, the primary reason they cheat is for dick. That's the primary reason. Alright? Don't think otherwise. Don't even believe otherwise. The primary reason they cheat, everything else is a rationalization so they can try to claim to be the victim. Right? They talking about, he did this or that. Oh, so you found yourself like with your mouth around some other dude's dick because your man didn't pay attention to it. Now, all that's rationalization. So that's the first thing. You want to turn her out. First of all, deal with your own attitudes towards sex. Don't worry about your dick size or anything like that. Well, think about your own attitudes. You want to turn her the fuck out. And you want to like switch that stuff up with her. Some people might notice I always shave, don't shave, whatever. Change my look up constantly. That's because I got used to that dealing with different women, or even the same woman over a period. You gotta switch that. You gotta switch it up. Even how you make love to them. Like, I know some of y'all, and I've said this before, and this is one of my favorite things to say. But some of y'all want to make love with the rose petals and whisper sweet nothings in her ear, look at her. And sometimes you want to do that. Now, you want to be nice and gentle. I even coach about that. I say, yeah, don't be pounding her away. Don't just be pounding. Nice slow stroke. Do those sets of 9. Right? Slow strokes. If you can get that joint down to about 4 strokes a minute, just nice and slow, trust me. Yeah, I got women calling me from 20 years ago because of that shit. Trust me, they never forget you. And all that's good, but every now and then, and I've said this before in a video, because some people comment and say, damn, that's some old school game, right? Every now and then, you got to pull the mattress into the living room. Sit there butt naked, wait for her to get home. Soon as she get in, rip her clothes. Don't take them off nice. Just rip that shit. You just got to have some money and buy some new shit. Just make sure it ain't one of her favorite things. Rip that shit off, throw on her bed, tap that ass like you got out of prison. Shit. She be in the kitchen and shit, just like cooking something. Just come up, raise her skirt up, and just right there on the stove or some shit. While she cooking, while she stirring, you like, yeah. Shit, get on the kitchen floor, get a sturdy oak table. Switch that shit up, man. Shit. Excuse me. Even before y'all get there, have an honest conversation with her. Like, let her know that she can be free to be a freak with you, and find out what she like, man. No, there ain't no shame. You know, either talk to her, or the first couple times you make love to her, which y'all should be doing anyway, take your time to explore her body and her reaction and when you touch her in certain places. You know, find out what turns her on. You know, explore. Take your time. Take your time. You know what? Some women, they gonna share this with their men. I guarantee you. Take your time, fellas. Take your time. Seriously, find out. Find out what turns on. Be open enough. If she say, you know what, baby, I like you get your tongue right up in my pussy. Well, shit. If you got any issues with that, you need to get over them or something. Shit. You know, she might want to be tied up sometime and shit, you know. Figure that shit out and give it to her. Because if you don't, well, she gonna find somebody who wanna do it, right? So you wanna turn her out. Shit, show her some new shit. Read some books. Shit, get some coaching from Rom on that shit. Seriously, turn her the fuck out. Show her some new shit that she ain't been done to her before. Because most of these women out here really have had lousy sexual experiences. Seriously, I say most of them, because most of them don't have orgasms. You know, stop worrying about getting yours. Make sure you satisfy her first. Because you satisfy her first, you could knock her the fuck out. She'll wake up. She'll go cook something for you. She can't even cook. Tear that shit up. It's like putting $100 into, some quick building stock, and you get back 10,000. That's how that shit works. Just for a little bit of shit. Just for a little bit, man. Turn her the fuck out. She is less likely to want to go get other dick. Now notice I say less likely. Let me give y'all the other side of this shit too, right? Women have dual sexual needs in a relationship. They got the carnal need, and so you're going to turn out, take care of that, but they still got the emotional need. Because check it out, you can be a dude who's turning her out like that, but then other shit intrudes. You know, life intrudes. So she wants that dude who's going to be responsible and all of that. And mainly, the main thing there is not even like you spending some money on her. Because if you turn her out and shit, she'll live with you and y'all can sleep on an air mattress. She don't give a fuck. In a dilapidated house, she don't give a fuck. She'll stay. As long as you turning her out. But one thing women also need, that second need, is emotional. And not in terms of security and stuff, but you know what? My favorite saying, a man makes love to a woman's body, but a woman makes love to a man's mind. She needs to make love to your mind. So part of that is just listening to what she's saying. A lot of dudes don't want to listen to a woman, but I'm like, you know, there's two types of listening. Listening in a way to let her get her stuff out there. I don't mean you got to do what she says. And in fact, if she says something that's against your principles or something, you need to speak up and say no. But then just let her get it out anyway. Let her talk. Shoot, you can seduce a woman by just sitting there and just be like, yeah. And I've said that before. You can seduce a woman that way. Let her talk. Let her feel free to talk and like be herself around you. Get that emotional thing. Because check it out. You could be a dude who's turning her out, right? You could be turning her the fuck out, right? You know, have her screaming and shit. But then if that emotional thing ain't met, she gonna look for it. And this is how that game gonna go. Cause I know I got some players listening to me who run this damn game. It ain't like the quick game where I'm gonna get sex from her right away type of game. It's like they playing a long game, right? Okay, so you turning out as a dude, but then you ain't talking to it, you ain't really interacting beyond the bedroom, right? Check it out. And this is even if you paying bills and shit, right? First she'll get that friend, right? She'll get that friend. Now this ain't the gay friend. This ain't the gay friend. This a heterosexual dude. Usually she probably meet him on a job or some shit like that, right? And they just start talking and be the type like he can really talk to her. And she can like be herself around him. She ain't judging him. All that shit. After a while, that starts arousing her. Because a woman's vagina and her womb are very much connected. Let me say it again, a vagina and a womb, so that's going to arouse her. Now, you know what? Here's the thing. That dude might not look as good as you. He might not be as good a lover, honestly. His dick might not be as big as yours. But because she's getting a connection to him emotionally, it's affecting her womb. All he had to do is just be cool. One good hug and shit, she's sucking his dick. She's doing it. And you know what? He might not even satisfy her to the same extent. But she cool because he getting her up here. And then that woman's still having an affair. So if you want to keep that, you need to be the type who can actually be both. When I wrote my book, Nice Guys and Players, right? When I wrote Nice Guys and Players, that was the whole point. A woman wants the best of a nice guy and a player. Now people say that's impossible. No, it's not. I've talked about being a Don. That's a Mac. Tariq Nasheed talked about the urban renaissance, man. That's all that is. If you need to be that guy who can satisfy or her on those levels, also have a little bit of money and also have some intellectual ability. The more you can satisfy a woman, the less likely she'll cheat. Because it'll be a situation where she don't really want to. You're like, why go through all that shit? You got it all in one package. And it's not impossible. See, but one of the things is dudes get too caught up in thinking something can't happen. It's like, oh, I can't be both. Why not? Dudes out there doing it. If you got some who do it. Who's to say you can't be that dude who can listen to her talk, listen to her, be sympathetic, but then still be rough enough to tear that shit up? Who says you can't? There's no law against it. There's not one law against it. That possibility always exists. But you gotta be a man who wants to develop all of that, though. You know, that's shit. The more you develop that, the more you don't have to worry about competition. You know, that woman ain't gonna want to. Like I said, she ain't gonna want to. And it minimizes it. Now, it ain't foolproof. Nothing's foolproof. Let's just be real. This is an art, not a science. Nothing is foolproof. But if you got the woman screaming, right? You got the woman screaming, you know, and, you know, you turning her out in the bedroom. And plus, she can talk to you. Shit. She ain't trying to fuck that shit up. She ain't, because she know it's hard to get that in one package. And men got to get out of the thing that they can't be both. Or the either or. And another thing, a men got to get up. I've talked about the imprint. And this sometimes, I'm sorry I even mentioned it, because sometimes people say, oh, I can't be what that imprint is. You don't know what that imprint was. Every woman's imprint was not like some thug. I've talked to a lot of women. Their imprint was just some dude like you, quite frankly. So you could actually like give her something better than her imprint did. Yeah, she still has the inclination to look for her imprint. But if you can give her something better than those first three men did, please. Shit, she's sending out the wedding invitations. Real talk. So that's how you have to be, man. That's how you have to be. And stop, you know what, man? Stop with the bullshit, man. Stop with the bullshit that I can't compete with that thug. Fuck that shit. Motherfucker, every time you get with that woman, you need to have the mindset, I'm going to turn this motherfucker out. I'm going to have her floating and shit. Shit, you got to give her that dick long, dick style. And I don't even care what size your dick is. Read up on some sexual techniques. Sets of 9, shoot, you don't even need a big dick for that shit. All you need, if you can get the head in, that's all you need. Shit, please. And really, if you arouse a woman enough, you just need a pinky. Shit. If you really good, man, you make it come from across the room, but that's that advanced shit. Most of y'all gotta get over your sexual issues and shit first before you even think about that. No joke. I'm sorry I have to be the one to tell you. So, this is what you can do, alright? So anyway, right, that's it for today. Rom gonna go get his workout on. Shit, I'm gonna do a video. Shit, I'm gonna do one on it. I'm gonna do that ladies channel. That shit, I'm gonna do Derek Jackson style. That's the only reason I'm gonna call that Bama's name. I said, yeah, nigga, I lift too. Anyway, talk to y'all later. Peace.